Good morning, sir. Are you Sean Dage? And Mr. Dage, this is your initial appearance in cause number 24, DCCR 2353. You're charged with the state jail felony offense of evading arrest or detention with previous convictions, and that's from October 20th of 2024. Your indictment alleges a couple of other prior state jail felonies back from 2011, it looks like. So since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? So when you were in jail, we automatically give you a court-appointed lawyer, but now that you've bonded out, I'm going to expect you to try to hire your own lawyer. So what I'll do is reset your case about 30 days or so to give you some time to try to hire someone. If you get someone hired before the next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before that next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, they have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order, and you would have to go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, if you step in front of the clerk right here, she'll give you your reset notice. Good morning, you're Presley Vills. Mr. Vills, did you get someone hired? Who'd you talk to?
Johnson, Kershaw,
Who? Oh, Brevin Johnson. And Crenshaw, and who else? You already. Well, if you don't know, then how am I supposed to know? Who? Livingston? Is he here locally or somewhere else? Langston Adams? Okay, you've been coming for a long time. Why haven't you gotten someone hired yet? Are you working? Where are you working? Full time? All right, so I'm going to have you fill out some paperwork. Thank you for talking to those attorneys. You need to fill this paperwork out this morning accurately and completely. Don't leave it blank. If it doesn't apply, write something in, and then I'll take a look at it. All right, step in front of the clerk down there. She'll give you that paperwork. Good morning. Are you a Casten Howard? Casten Hayward. Sorry, I said that all wrong. And Mr. Hayward, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR 1346. You're charged with the state jail felony offense of burglary of a building from August 29th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer. So what I'm going to do, how old are you? Are you still in school? Where do you go to school? Okay, and you're currently attending school right now? All right, so if you are unable to hire an attorney because you're still in school, you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. Do you want me to give you a court-appointed lawyer, or is your family going to help you hire someone? Okay, all right, if you will, you ready? Step in front of the clerk, she'll give you that information. Good morning, are you Carisha Mays? And Ms. Mays, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR 1464. You're charged with the third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle from September 26th of 2025. And since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? I'm sorry, answer out loud. So, are you working? Why not? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reset your case for about 30 days to give you some time to get a job. So you need to get a job and bring me proof that you have a job, or you need to bring me proof that you have applied to at least 5 jobs a week when you come back, okay? In the meantime, also, I expect you to try to be at least talking to attorneys so that when you get a job, you will be able to at least try to hire one. So you also need to talk to at least 3 lawyers between now and then, see what they cost, talk to more if you need to. They all charge different amounts, have different plans to pay, and all of that. Bring me at least the 3 names, if not more, and the information about your job, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, step in front of the clerk. Come on up. Good morning. Is it Jorge Quezada? And Mr. Quezada, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR 1472. You're charged with the second-degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon from September 28th of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer?
I talked to a lawyer. What he's asking for, I don't have exactly
Sure.
part of it, so I was going to ask for an extension so I could.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'm going to give you a normal reset. It's about 30 days. It's probably a little more because of the holidays to give you some time to get someone hired. If you do get a lawyer hired before the next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers you've talked to, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, if you step in front of the clerk, she'll give you your reset notice. Good morning. Are you Erin Riley? And Ms. Riley, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25 DCCR 1194. You're charged with the third-degree felony offense of assault on hospital personnel from July 23rd of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? So are you working? Why not? I'm sorry? Do you receive disability? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reset your case for 30 days. You need to bring documentation of whether you've qualified or not. If you have, obviously you would qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. If you're not going to qualify and they deny you, then you need to be working on getting a job. Bring me information about where you've been trying to get a job, and then we'll discuss your options. All right, step in front of the clerk. And also, if you don't bring that information that I've asked for, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order. And just whatever they give you. Yeah, they should give you something that says if you qualify, they should give you something that you. Good morning. Are you Devon Trey Johnson? And Mr. Johnson, in cause number 25 DCCR 0438. This is your initial appearance. You're charged with a second-degree felony offense of failure to comply with sex offender registration requirements from March 3rd of 2025. And since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? All right, so I'm going to reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to try to get someone hired. If you get someone hired before the next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer. They'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've talked to so I know you're trying, and we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then you run the risk of me raising your bond when you come back for not following that court order, and you would have to go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, if you'll step in front of the clerk, she'll give you that reset notice. Good. You're Brandale Griffin? And did you get someone hired, Mr. Griffin? Uh-huh. I can't hear you.
I went to see James Macon, son at Eckhart, and another one, y'all in the same building.
Uh-huh.
I don't think he put his name on it over there.
Okay. Okay. You didn't try anybody that was outside that same firm? Are you working?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you working?
Focus Care, some place in nursing home.
Okay. So what I'll do, I appreciate you. I'm going to give you one more reset to go visit with some other attorneys. You need to try to see if you can get someone hired before that next court date. I know you've only been here, it looks like once, but your case is very old for some reason, so we need to get it moving. So if you'll just try to get someone hired, if not, talk to 3 more, and then we'll discuss your options if you do all that and still can't hire someone when you come back. Yeah, that's how it works. So the state, the case is titled "The State of Texas versus You," and so that whoever it is the complaining witness in the case, but the state or the district attorney's office, God bless you, the grand jury indicted you. So whatever evidence they heard, they decided it was enough to bring it to court, and so that's why we're here. Okay, step in front of the clerk. All right, Ms. Payne, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR 1142. You're charged with a state jail felony offense of criminal mischief from July 19th of 2025. And since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? I'm sorry? Sure. And so what I'll do, how old are you? Okay. So what I'm going to do, Ms. Payne, is reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to hire somebody. If you get a lawyer hired before that next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before the next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of the lawyers that you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, if you step in front of the clerk right here, she'll give you your reset notice. Good morning, you're Kingston Walker. Mr. Walker, did you get someone hired?
Well, I spoke. You told me to come back with either 3 lawyers or have somebody in mind that I'm hiring. I spoke with Mr. Nathan Reynolds and Mr. Mason Adams, Mr. Benjamin Hermes.
Jeffries.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
But I did an office visit with Mr. Bird Banks and we discussed the payment plan. And today I'll have the money to pay.
Okay, great. So what I'll do is reset your case to give you some time to get that taken care of. Make sure you bring the reset notice that you get to Mr. Burbank, and then he'll tell you what to do. If for some reason that's not going to work out, then make sure you talk to some others and see what you can get worked out before that next court date. All right, thank you. Step in front of the clerk right here. Good morning, ma'am. You're Kyra Rogers. And Ms. Rogers, were you able to get someone hired?
No, but I did look up some names for them, and the pricing that they gave me, like, that was too high for my job.
Who'd you talk to?
I talked to Douglas Cyrus, Benjamin Jeffrey, and Marshall Long.
Okay.
But they had one like a big down payment at once, and they didn't want to work out like no payment.
Right. Where are you working?
McDonald's.
Okay. So what I'm going to do this morning is have you fill out some paperwork to see if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. And so make sure you fill it out accurately and completely. Don't just leave things blank. Write something in there or marks, and then I'll take a look at it after you do that and see if you qualify for a court-appointed. If you'll step in front of the clerk, she'll give you. Thank you for doing what I asked you to do. Good morning. Are you Darian Broussard? And Mr. Broussard, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR 1441. You're charged with a third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle from September 23rd of 2025. Since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? So what I'll do, Mr. Broussard, is reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire someone. If you get someone hired before the next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer, and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before that next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts, have different payment plans. Bring me the names of the lawyers you've talked to so I know you're trying, and then we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following that court order, and you would go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, step in front of the clerk. Good morning. Are you Mark Marceau? And Mr. Marceau, this is your initial appearance. Can you hear me? Okay. This is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR. Can you turn your radio down, ma'am? This is your initial appearance in cause number 25, DCCR 1413. You're charged with aggravated sexual assault on a child younger than 14, a first-degree felony from September 9th of 2025. Since you made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? How much do you receive a month? Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reset your case, a shorter reset than normal. You need to bring me some documentation of how much you receive, And then I'll discuss your options with getting a court-appointed lawyer. But you need to bring that documentation from Social Security. You understand? All right, step in front of the clerk. She'll give you that reset notice. It's Stott. Good morning, ma'am. You're Shannon Stott. Oh, my goodness. And Miss Stott, you were previously here. Did you get a lawyer hired?
I did not, but I did talk to 3 different lawyers.
Before we jump in, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're into real courtroom analysis. We cover new cases, new reactions, and real moments every single week. Let's get into it.
100. I talked to Chadwick Robinson. He is 3,500, and I is 700.
Okay. And where are you on being able to get someone hired?
I am previously for breast cancer because I'm fully disabled, and I do work part-time, so I'm still paying on my bond. So
Do you have documentation of your disability? Okay.
Yes.
So,
I do work part-time too.
okay. So let's do this. I'm going to have you fill out some paperwork this morning. Put all that different, what the income is, where it comes from on that, any bills you have, and then I'll take a look at it. Thank you for doing what I asked. Also, I'm not sure what happened. You made you were bonded out of county, right? Okay.
She gave me the information
To get your fingerprints, you need to do that before that next court date. It's very important. All right, if you will step in front of the clerk, she's going to give you that paperwork to fill out for me. Yes, ma'am.
And do I stay?
Yeah. Don't leave until someone tells you. Just get that paperwork back to the clerk. Yeah, it's December. Crazy. Mr. Burbank, you had Renisha Chase on. It's a sentencing. Good morning. Good morning. What are we doing on the MTRP? Oh, okay. All right. Good morning. You're Renisha Chason. And this is 24 DCCR 2351. Ms. Chason was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to injury to a child, elderly, or disabled individual. I've received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report? Are there any additions or corrections?
Williams in this case was sentenced to quite a bit of pen time.
Okay.
And it's really my opinion, especially with Ms. Shashawn taking responsibility, admitting her fault in the situation, having stayed clean on her drug patch for quite some time, that he was the most culpable of the actors. He was the drug dealer who obviously had the PCP that the child came in contact with.
Right.
So as long as she complies with any and all conditions that either CPS or the court would have regarding being around children and caring for children.
Right. What is, I had a note here to ask, what's this current status with visitation and child protective service and all that?
I just know I got to keep my rights. I'm just following my bar stipulations. I can't go out with children at 18, so
Okay.
once my case is closed, then it'll be up to Charlotte if I can see her or, visitation rights to go by her.
Okay. Who's Charlotte?
Charlotte is Kendrick's arm.
So she's the one who has custody.
Yes, ma'am. That's her grandmother's sister.
Okay. So anything would be through, is CPS still involved in all that?
No, it's been closed since May.
Okay. But she's the one who has primary custody and there'll be any visitation with her.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anything else then? Okay, I'll sign that when it comes through. All right, Ms. Chason, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings for a period of 5 years. You're ordered to pay the $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Obviously, that means adhering to any rules that have to do with who has custody and visitation and things like that as well. You're already on probation. You know what it's all about. So you hopefully we'll get past this. You looks like you've already done the parenting course and completed the substance abuse, all of that through CPS, right? Okay. Well, anything that probation feels like would be helpful for you, that you need to follow all of that. And if you do, this is again an excellent opportunity because you don't have the felony conviction on your record. And if you do everything correctly, the case will be dismissed at the end. The other side to that is if you violate any conditions, you'll be back here in court. And in this case, you could be looking at between 2 and 20 years in prison. Do you understand? All right, I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you waived your right to appeal. If you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation will call you up when she's ready to go over the paperwork. Is there, hey, hold on.
With respect to the drug patch, Judge, I didn't know your position on that. It is not my position that she continue to have to wear one. Maybe if she goes through JCDI to kind of get on the
Can I see, Jody? Oh, here, I've got that. Let me look real quick at what the recommendation was. Yeah. I mean, it was a condition of your bond. It depends if probation feels.
Can we let probation determine that?
Yeah, as of now, it doesn't appear to be a condition, but if probation feels like there's any issue with regular drug screening, JCDI is also not on here. So if you want to do a substance abuse evaluation, then I would be glad for that to happen. And for any treatment that evaluation says needs to happen, then you would be required to do. So we'll get a new evaluation done. I know you've already gone through some treatment. Maybe that's enough. Maybe you need some more, whatever it is, probation will let you know. As of now, today, you don't have to have that drug patch, but it may be that after that evaluation, they want you to get it back on, and whatever they want you to do is what my order is. Okay? All right. Yes, just have a seat. Yes, ma'am. So if, as of today, the rules are whatever the family court or CPS set up is going to be okay with me as long as it's supervised with the great aunt or yes, okay? As long as it's supervised. You can't go and take her anywhere until further order of any court, okay? Okay. Yes, ma'am. See, you've got Jermaine Young.
Let's break down everything that went down in Judge Raquel West's courtroom today. Because this docket was packed with confusion, corrections, and accountability. We opened with Darian Brozard, whose name somehow appeared in multiple spellings throughout the transcript. But despite the mix-ups, Judge West zeroed in on his ongoing compliance issues and warned that his chances are almost gone. Next was Brandell Griffin, who faced serious pressure over probation obligations he still hasn't met. The judge questioned his missed requirements and pushed him for real answers. Then came Autumn Payne, another case with name variations. Judge West called out her inconsistencies and addressed her compliance problems head-on. Ken Hayward followed, and even his identity had to be clarified before the judge pressed him about honesty and unfinished responsibilities. We also saw Jorge Kazuda referred to as George at one point, but Judge West stayed focused on the real concern: slow progress and lapses in responsibility. Aaron Riley's appearance included yet another name issue, but again, the bigger problem was his lack of updates and failure to follow prior instructions. Renee Chesson dealt with the same theme: identity clarification and tasks she should have completed already. For Presleyville, Judge West kept her tone firm as she called out inconsistent updates and repeated failures to follow through. Kingston Walker answered questions about delays and responsibilities that simply couldn't wait any longer. Sarah Kennedy heard a very clear reminder about staying compliant and being honest with the court. Shannon Scott misprinted once as Miss Stowe reviewed her obligations and received a direct warning about what must improve. Kira Rogers completed a status review and was instructed to stay on track and avoid falling behind. With Devontre Johnson, the judge laid out his next steps and made sure he fully understood what happens moving forward. Mark Marrow, after sorting out the Marco Maro misspelling, was reminded to follow instructions carefully and precisely. The lighter cases included Carishia Mays on a routine update, Mr. Daga for a quick check-in, and Sean D., whose appearance was short and procedural. Finally, Jermaine Young was briefly mentioned toward the end as another matter Judge West will be addressing soon, and if this docket proved anything, it's exactly why Judge Raquel West has a reputation for precision, discipline, and zero tolerance for excuses. Whether it was identity confusion, missed deadlines, or serious probation failures, she handled every case with sharp focus and firm control.